Okay, Omitofo, and welcome to a very special edition installment of the House of Kung Fu. Now, I'm trying to do my best to get in the light here so I can be seen. Okay, well, you only need to see my hands anyway. So, what we are going to do today is a special presentation for you. Okay, and I'm going to show you two moves, okay, that you can do or that your mom can do that will, help her feel a lot better, hopefully. Okay. Now I've put in the description below the things that need to be kept in mind as we're doing the movements. Okay. And I will try my best to make it very simple and not too complex as I go along with the video, because you'll probably be watching me as you're practicing this, okay? All right. So I found two good movements that can be done without lifting the arms too high, without a bunch of turning, right? And a bunch of going back and forth really dynamically, okay? So, the first movement we're going to do is a very simple one, okay? And it can be done sitting, right? So, if your mom can't get in the chair, right, and she's laying on the bed, right, what you want to do is kind of have her turn to the side of the bed if you can, and support her feet through like I don't know, like some pillows or something, right? So she's not using tension to hold herself up through her legs. And all I want you to do is a few things. The first thing you're going to have to do is support her gently, either through the middle of the chest or the middle of the back as she does the movements, okay? So the first thing is, let me just search so you can see the face. Okay, that's a little better. You can actually see me. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is very simple, is to put your right hand on top of your left, like this, and put it underneath your belly button, like so, or by your belly button, right? And I want her to just relax her shoulders and her elbows and have her put her mind where her hands are at. And just to do this for about 10 to 15 seconds, maybe even 30, that's good too. Right? So the second thing that I want to do now, I'm going to move the camera down so you can see my hands very clearly, okay? What I want to happen is, so say here's the pillows underneath her feet. I want her to relax her shoulders and her elbows. Gently come here. Now keeping the shoulders and the elbows relaxed, turn the palms facing behind you. Now you're going to put your hand on her chest very gently and support her, not through tension, right? You're just going to give her an aid as she goes forward. And hands come forward just a little bit. Turn out. Now you're going to put your hand in the middle of her back now and support her as she brings her hands in and gently comes up. And then here. So I'll give you a side view. Put your hand on her chest. Gently allow her to come forward as she takes her hands, keeping her shoulders relaxed, breathing through the lower body, right? Here's her hands on the side. Turn the palms behind you and gently bring them forward as she comes forward. Right? Now the other hand is on the back. You can have both hands on the whole time actually. So hands on the back, turn. Now she's going, so as she's come forward right here, your hands are on her back. She's going to bring her hands in at the same time coming up, just like that. Turn the palm behind. Gently come forward. You can only come forward only about a few degrees, huh? Maybe 5. Relaxing the shoulders and the elbows. Coming back in. Again. Here. Like so. If you can, you don't have to come all the way in like this. Just try to come in to where you can fit the frame of the torso. Right here, that's fine. Relax your shoulders, right, and the elbows so they can move. Here, and then we add the breathing, right? Breathe in here. Breathe out. Relax your shoulders, and what this does is this opens up both sides of the ribs, right? And it helps release the sockets here. And this opens up the lungs and the back for full breathing, right? This should feel good if you can just come forward just a little bit while you're supporting her, right? Just like that. And then after you do that, you put the right hand on top of the left, just like that. Okay. Now, again, you can do as many repetitions as you want. I would say do no more than 8, right? But do it until you feel good and you feel like that's enough. That's fine. So the second movement is very simple. Now, I thought about this is, if there are two sides that are not balanced strength wise, right? And it came from holding the body in a static position. Because I'm sure when she got injured, she couldn't move, right? And you compensate. And this is what happened to me when I was on crutches for a while. This is how I got into Qigong, believe it or not. So it would be smart to reestablish the whole frame, right? In a static motion. So, and I thought about this because the first thing we learn in Kung Fu is not the movements, right? Or not even fighting moves. In order to do the Kung Fu movements, you have to have a free, flexible body, right? And the whole body and back in realignment. That's why the first thing we do is stances, right? The stances help put everything back in this natural order, then we can move freely again. So, I thought about it. Well, she needs a type of a static pose that opens, balances, and establishes breathing in the whole diaphragm, right? In Tai Chi, there is called a tree huggers pose, right? Mm-hmm. So what you want to do with that is if you want to take a pillow, right? And I don't know if I have a pillow right here. I'll go grab one real quick. This is the type of pillow you're gonna use, right? This is my son's pillow or seat or whatever. So if you want to take a pillow and just kind of hug it like this, and then you can slowly take the pillow away as she holds the position. Now you don't have to hold it up. You can hold it right here, right? And then after you take the pillow away, you can put the pillow underneath the arms, have her just lift here, right? Have her lift here, and then relax. Put the mind, right hand on top of the left. Put the mind in the hands. Then lift again, like so. And relax the shoulders and the elbows, right? What this does is it reopens everything up. It builds very gently, right? Without tension, it builds the interconnected tissues that hold the frame up. And like I said, or like we discussed earlier in the Tai Chi video, the whole body is held through fascia, not necessarily joints and muscles, right? The fascia frame mechanism matrix holds everything together. So when we're holding this pose, we are retraining that fascia to rehold while having everything spread out and our joints in alignment, right? Now, of course, she can be up against the chair to hold this, right? The most important thing is the pillow action because, like we said, we don't want to re aggravate anything by fatiguing the muscle or the limbs, right? So she will hold here. She doesn't have to go all the way up. If she can, that's great. If she can't, she can hold it right here, that's fine. And put the mind in the belly and breathe from the belly. Don't breathe through the chest. Breathe from the lower belly where the belly button is. So you will hold about 10 seconds and then put the hand back on the pillow, relax. Again. And then eventually she'll feel this one big, not muscle, but structure. We're rebuilding the structure of the frame in here. So again, keep the mind in the lower belly and breathe from the lower belly. Hold for 10 seconds. Relax for about 5 seconds. Okay. Now, if you do these two moves a few times a day, the max is 3, right? Um, the first one is she'll feel relief already immediately when she does this. This one isn't about a feeling; it's about refirming yourself back up and feeling that structure strength again. Right? There's a difference between reestablishing a muscle and activating it through movement, but it's another thing to have the structure. Every movement is uh, indicative from structure. Without good structure, there isn't good movement. Think about it in a walk, right? A lot of people think you're most powerful when you walk is when you spring and walk. But actually, science has shown that it's the stance gait. You have the walking gait, and then before you extend and walk, you're in a stance. Your leg plants on the ground, so you have stability to press off of it to move forward. So the most important thing that you would want to train in order to walk or run better is the stance gait because science has said that's when the body is at when it's its most powerful in the gait. And that's with any type of gait or movement, the structure and the stance. Okay, so practice these two and let me know if everything goes okay or if it goes wrong. Hopefully, it won't go wrong. I'm sure everything will be okay. Okay, and remember, breathe, breathe.